This video is by Straight Goods News. SGNews.ca.
It's not acceptable.
Just on the robocalls, or the Saskatchewan phone calls anyway. The latest story is that the name that Tom Wachowski's come up with is Jenny Byrne, is sort of being held up as the responsible party here. Does that surprise you, given her position in the party, and what do you sort of make of that?
I think the fact that Mr. Lukinski is pointing the finger at someone that high up in the party shows that there's people in the Conservative Party government who are very uncomfortable with these tactics of trying to manipulate the citizens of Saskatchewan, using the robocalls, refusing to be accountable for it. I think it's a serious allegation. This is going right up into the PMO. It's coming from a senior lieutenant from Saskatchewan, and I think it shows a question that, you know, the Harper tactics are, I think, alienating the MPs who have to explain it to their voters.
But the Prime Minister himself got up numerous times today to defend it, even against Craig Scott, who's a backbench MP. I mean, that doesn't happen. Why would he defend it like that?
Well, it's funny. The Prime Minister's defending now they've been caught. If this was a straight up okay process, then they would have been upfront about it, but they weren't, and they didn't identify themselves. And it's about manipulating the voters to participate. It's one thing for an MP. If Mr. Lukinski wants to defend his boundaries, he has that right. He can talk to his citizens, he can invite them to participate, but the process of setting up these robocalls, not identifying themselves, and the fact that we're seeing that it's coming right up within the PMO, with Saskatchewan lieutenants like Mr. Lukinski apparently not knowing this was happening, shows, I think, a contempt not just for the voters, but for the elected MPs in Saskatchewan.